Going to be doing a 2004 F250 Super Duty diesel power stroke. Is going to be the transmission filter. They have an inline. We may get to the transmission pan filter, gasket, and all that, but we are most definitely going to be doing the inline filter today. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out. Alright, so in this position, I'm actually able to get up under it and position the camera in order to do this all in one fatal swoop. Right here are the installation instructions. Always read these if they come with your stuff. Make sure that it is for your engine size, your model, and also your year. Make sure that it is the proper application that you're dealing with, and be sure to put all, I repeat, all parts back inside of this for it to be able to operate properly. Alright, so it's 22 millimeter up on the bottom side of this. Once you bust it loose, it's going to make a fairly big mess. Well, we got lucky, folks. It didn't make a humongous mess. Alright. Be sure to dump out all that old fluid out of your filter, because all it'll do is recontaminate it. And then you're going to pull loose your filter. On this filter, I know it kind of looks like it's just light shining on it, but that is actually small, minute amount of metal particles on it. Once you wipe it off, you can kind of see what it does. This is just a paper filter all rolled up. It's just a bunch of types of layers of paper. And I mean, it just filters out all the gunk from it. And what it does is it sends it on the outside of the filter and then draws it up and in and through. On the bottom of it, you're going to have a spring to keep it retained on the bottom of the case. And then there's a magnet that you need to make sure that you're cleaning off before you reinstall it. And what you can do, where applicable, you can actually take a carburetor choke cleaner or brake clean or mineral spirits or whatever and clean off all your parts before you put them all back together, because you do not want to contaminate what you just put in and cause the customer more gripe. Alright, so once you get your stuff all nice and clean, what you can do now is you can take out the new filter. Take the new filter and your spring and everything else. You can go ahead and set it in there. Now this one, it comes with a new O-ring. And what you want to do is that O-ring right there, you want to go ahead and pop it off. You can use a pick, you can use anything you'd like, just do not damage your your O-ring mounting surface. I gotta use two hands. get your old O-ring off. You want to take your new O-ring and you want to grab some transmission fluid and make sure that you lube up your O-ring, because if you stick it on there dry, it's not going to have any kind of sealing ability whatsoever. Then you get your new O-ring on. Once you get that on, you can actually take transmission fluid. I almost made the mistake of not pre-filling this and soaking the filter, otherwise you'll run your transmission dry. And you really got to think about this whenever you're putting things back together, that you do it right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it and go get some transmission fluid and pre-soak this filter. I mean, now as you can see, it's soaking that right up. And I mean, I've already filled it up twice and it's just sucking it down. Always pre-soak your filters if you're able to, including your oil filters. Pour some oil in there, let it soak it up. Don't run your engine dry and damage your internal bearings. So once you get everything nice and lined up and soaked up and everything else, you're gonna make sure that you get your filter, your nice pre-soaked filter. Go ahead and make sure to slide it up in its place. Bring up your filter housing. Push it up until you're able to catch threads. Do not cross thread it. You will ruin it. Get it up in there. And it says to torque it to 37 foot-pounds right here. If you're unable to have instructions for this stuff, be sure that you look it up on your repair manual. You always want to torque things down. If you don't, they have the possibility of coming loose. And I've watched customers' tires fly off and grind the whole suspension and brake system to crap. And remember, listen for that audible click. You know, either do it 2 or 3, 4, 5 times. It doesn't matter. Just don't go past. Once it clicks, you're done. Do not go past it. You'll damage bolts, shear them off, and then you or your shop is going to have to pay for them. And if you do it too many times, your shop's going to fire you. And just to show you that I'm not just dumping this stuff on the ground, be sure to use catch pans. Don't ruin the environment. A dog, a cat, or something like that can come by and start licking it up. If you do happen to spill some, clean it up. Use oil dry if your shop's got it. If your shop don't have it, request it. Be sure to use towels and stuff like that. Clean up your mess, pick up your tools, wipe your tools off, take care of your tools, and your tools will take care of you. They will make you money.